Hi everyone, this is episode 8 with loveforstamps.blogspot.com, and I am actually going to show you guys how to make this cute little panda bear bookmark. And I showed you on video 7 how I cut this, so if you want to go back and refer to that. But basically what I did is I started off with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of craft cardstock. And I cut it up into 1.5 inch strips, and then so it's 11 by 1.5, and then I scored it at 5.5. Actually, let me do it this way. And the reason I'm doing that is if you see how it buckles out, so it actually goes in, because you want your bookmark to go like this. And then I cut this piece of paper at 1 1/4 by 5.5, and I'm going to layer it on top of here, and I will walk you through that step by step. Now, in the previous video, I had a template on my screen that had a lot of panda faces and little panda arms and little panda ears. So I have those right here, and they match him perfectly, because like I said, I did click on Keep Proportions. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I inked him up and assembled him all together. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm trying to use up all my old ink that I bought at Hobby Lobby. So this is Stampability's pigment ink. Excuse my voice, I think I'm coming down with a cold. And then this is just a makeup sponge, and like I said, I curl it in my hands and got some black on there. And then I will go all the way around the face. And I always hold it in the middle, kind of spin it with the sponge. I don't know why I do that. There is no right or wrong way to do any of this stuff. You can never make a mistake in scrapbooking or card making, I don't think. So this is kind of what it looks like. You can see that gives it a little bit of dimension. And the next thing is Joann's Craft Essentials Pigment ink pad, and this is just a white ink pad. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to ink the edges. And you can throw these away, your sponges away, oh, that's backwards, and get new sponges every time that you do this. I don't, because I just conserve a little bit more, and it's fine either way. It's not going to ruin anything if you keep your sponge for a little bit longer. And my other ear over here. And like I said, I just go all the way around. Now I'm going to get, oh, you know what, let me ink this one too. I'll ink this with black, just because I like black. So, we're going to go all the way around, and then I'm going to get a Zig 2-way pin, and I will glue the panda bear all together. And this is for a really cute, you can get these as Christmas gifts to relatives, or I'm going to actually do the other side of this because I like the way it stamps. This is double-sided, it's textured cardstock. I don't know if you can even see the texture on here, but this is the really, really grainy side, and this is the side with lines. So, let me go ahead and do that first. So I just put a little bit on the ends, if you can see that, just a little bit on the ends. And then I'm going to put my little paws. And you can also use your ATG on this. You can really use any type of adhesive, but this is just what I use because I like to be able to manipulate it and move it around. This side. And then I kind of just fit it up to where it goes, to where it looks like it matches, and I stick that down. And then we're going to be using a Peachy Keen face, if you can see that. This is from the Laffy Taffy Face Assortment. I love this one, this stamp set. And we're going to be using this one right here. And it is the Girl Who's Winking. And I'm going to use the classic stamp pad, Stampin' Up! Basic Black. Just to ink it up. And I always check to make sure, my ink pad was straight down. I always check to make sure that it has full coverage on the stamp, because I don't want to have to go back and line it. And then I just line it up, and I go over. And these are really awesome because they are clear. And I just push and shake, and you don't really have to rock too hard with these. And you know what? My little hand is not where I want it to be, so I might move it down just a tad. Whoop. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and assemble everything with my ATG, and this is really easy. So just on the back of this mat stack, and I'll show you this stack. It's actually called Canta, I want to say. It's by GCD Studios. I don't remember where I picked this up. Oh, one last thing before I forget. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that one to this one. I'll show you on the other one. I was going to round the edges because I like the way that looks on the bookmarks, but I forgot. Huh. Okay. So, had I rounded the edges, it would have fit perfectly, but whoop, I didn't. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this excess right here, if you can see that, with a pair of scissors. And if you have a corner rounder punch, you can round the edges. I just like the way that looks a little bit more than the straight edge on this. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals and put them on the panda in the back. And take these off. And then I'm going to go ahead and just adhere this a little bit lower. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to color in her lips with some Copics. You can use any red, you can use just a red marker really. I'm going to go ahead and color her in. And then I also use a gel pen for her eyes. And I really like blue. It matches the blue on the paper, but you can use green, brown, anything really. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in her eye really lightly, if you could see that. So that's our little panda girl. Now, this is a really, like I was saying, a really cute bookmark, and you can also do a little sentiment or something. This is another panda that I made. I like the 2 layers. So I cut this one a little bit shorter than this one, or you don't have to score it at 5.5. You can score it at 5, and that would make the difference here. And then this pattern stack here is my new favorite designer mat pad. It's K & Company, and this is a really cute stack. I got this from my friend Deb. She sent it to me. Thank you, Deb. I love this stack. I'm going to be using it all the time now, and it's double-sided, so I like that about it too. I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Oh, I wanted to show one last thing. If you guys see my arm there. My friend Star made me this card. Isn't it adorable? And I love the embossing on here. She actually won this from my blog. But I love this. This is such a beautiful card, so I'm going to put it up. One other thing that I made with the panda is this right here. And on the file, with the SVG file, all of this comes with the panda. She's super cute. It says Amigas para siempre. And this is from one of the new stamp sets from Market Street Stamps, which is my favorite stamp set, if you haven't heard. And then here are some other bookmarks that I've made. And these are using something else. So maybe I'll come back and do a video on how to do these. And these are all just punches. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And to see more information, visit me online at www.loveforstamps.blogspot.com. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.